questions from the audience. Yes, sir.
I'm Frank Montecalvo, and first of all, I just want to disagree with Mr. Uzica's characterization of my participation in this process over the last 2 years. And it's as far as I'm going to go with it, because I want to talk about this section of the master plan. And I am going to give a contrarian point of view, and I think you need to look at what I have to say, because some of the things that are being characterized as positive also can be looked at as being negative. The overriding flaw with this section of the plan is the overriding flaw with the draft Utica Master Plan. We don't have a separate vision articulated for each of the city's neighborhoods. It then becomes impossible to make any sense of this section's recommendations in relation to proposed activities at any particular place. Unlike the 1950 plan, the Utica Master Plan does not attempt to identify the areas of blighted or substandard housing. So how can it credibly claim to be a plan to fix the Utica's neighborhoods? The section seems to offer solutions in search of problems. A new zoning ordinance and building code are proposed by 2015, but no explanation is given what is wrong with the old ordinance or code. At a time when the governor is trying to consolidate government, the Utica Master Plan would create more by proposing community improvement districts throughout the city run by, quote, quasi-governmental bodies that are separate and autonomous from the government, unquote, who will have special taxing powers and be able to implement a, quote, CID incentive/penalty program, unquote. How does another layer of bureaucracy attract the creative class to Utica? This is not to say that zoning changes and CIDs have no place. It is to say that without being related to a particular vision for a particular place, writing them into the plan has no meaning. Good ideas are not a plan until they are combined to achieve a discernible purpose. And I think that's what we have. We've got a lot of good ideas in this plan, but we haven't connected the dots yet. And I think that's what we still need to do for, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. That's what we still need to do for each neighborhood, is to connect those dots.
Just a few seconds left, okay.
The Utica Master Plan sets goals of increasing owner-occupied home ownership to 70% and codes compliance, but then proposes what some people might consider Freddie and Fannie style solutions to attaining them, involving lots of government grants and loans and advice. If people have to be led by the hand and given money to purchase and maintain their homes, maybe they're not ready for that responsibility. The solution to codes compliance is enforcement, period. Considering that when Utica was at its peak in 1950, the level of owner-occupied home ownership was only 38%. I'm not sure of the significance of the 70%. I'm wrapping it up. The proposal to restrict sales of city-owned properties to people who promise to occupy them shrinks the market for city-owned properties, reduces the return to taxpayers, and turns away buyers who may have better ideas how to return the properties to productivity. If someone has to ask, as someone did to many of the members of this group in an email yesterday, how does the Housing Visions proposal fit the master plan, then the plan fails to fulfill its basic functions.
Anyone else?